Hi, my name is Ritvik Sharma. I'm doing full stack web development course at ANU. This is a project that I've built as my backend coursework project. The name of the project is Investing Marketplace. This project is aimed at demonstrating CRUD operations. I'll give you a brief overview of the project. So this investing marketplace is basically an API where you can trade different instruments like cryptocurrency, mutual fund, etc. It's like one place shop, one place to serve all your investing needs, from knowing the current prices, historical data, to buying and selling, and thereby making a user can make an informed choice regarding his investments. The features are, we have a cryptocurrency API. It has an exhaustive list of different cryptocurrencies stored in the database that are fetched via API calls. You can search different cryptocurrencies. You can transact different currencies. There is a separate wallet that we maintain that maintains both your cryptocurrencies and the US dollars in order to perform transactions. So when you perform a transaction, US coin is given to you. The US dollar balance gets deducted, and conversely, when you sell a coin, US balance is added when the cryptocurrency is sold. Then there's the mutual fund page, which also we have an exhaustive list of mutual funds. You can search different mutual funds. It gives you like fund family, scheme code name, the present NAV, and like the date of its inception and stuff like that. And there's a custom field where you can search according to your preference. Then you can buy and sell mutual funds after choosing them. Then there's a log of all transaction a particular user performs, so can I see what he has performed, and that's secure, that's stored. Then there is a mutual fund holding page, which gives you a summary of the investment a user holds at any current juncture. Then we have a user tab where he can log in and sign up. He can view his profile that shows basic information about him. Then there's a confirm mail. When this is used when he registers, mail is sent to the email address he has given during registration, and when he clicks that, it generates a token, and that token confirms that this is the user, and then he can securely log in and do his transactions and other stuff. Then there's a reset and forgot password button. I'll be walking you through the project. Before that, I want to tell you the technologies we have used for this. It's basically a backend project that gives you APIs. So we have used Express.js for server-side rendering. We have used a NoSQL database known as MongoDB. We have used an ORM Mongoose to make models and schemas. We have used JSON Web Tokens for storing a token and verifying and authentication. We have used sessions for some discrete information storage. We have used NodeMailer for sending automated mails when he registers, when he wants to get an email regarding forgot password and stuff like that. We have used Bcrypt. This is a hashing tool. This is used in this project to store the passwords that we have securely in the MongoDB file. Then we have used Heroku for deployment of this project. So I'm gonna walk you through the project and its feature via Postman. So these are different routes. So first we'll go to we'll register the user. I've already filled some information. So this is the name, email. These are the required fields. The password has to be 8 character alphanumeric and a special character. Email has to contain @ symbol and stuff like that. Let's register the user. Okay, it says confirmation email sent. Click the link provided in the email to register successfully. So we have to go to this link, so the email, to our email, log into our email and confirm that link. So let's go there. Okay, so we have this email. I will click this. When we click this, it says email confirmed, registered successfully true. Now we can log in. We go to our login page. We fill the information. So click send post request. It's logged in now. Login successful. So now we have logged in. Now we have a wallet. Then on sign up, user can user has to add money to that wallet so that he can perform some transactions. If he doesn't, he won't be able to perform. So this is a wallet. This is a base currency ID. This base currency ID is a US dollar ID that was stored in the currencies API. So this basically gives you you can add US dollars, and this is the amount of dollars you want to add. So you want to add, like I say, 50,000. So send it through. So 50,000 rupees have been added. You can see 50,000 has been added in dollars. So now you can also add more funds if you would want to. In this you can just do this and add more funds if you want to in add routes. So I'm gonna show you now the mutual fund route. We're gonna search some mutual fund. This is the basic route which can search by number of funds, like first 20 by alphabetical order. These are 20 funds that are here. Let's choose one. Let's choose this one. I've copied the scheme code of this mutual fund. I'm gonna put it here. Shows us that mutual fund that we have chosen. Nippon India Interval 5. India Interval 5 fund. It has a NAV, net asset value, of 10 rupee. 10. This is now we can also search like in a different way. Like these are like you can search via this. I've made a custom search. You can club fields and search according to your wish, and it will give you a sorted result. Like I want a mutual fund family, I want all funds from SBI mutual fund, and I want 4 result, top 4. It can show me. So it will show me those 4 results of SBI fund family. I can search different ones, and okay. So let's perform a transaction now. So this is so we have chosen this one. Great. Let me pick that. Let's perform a transaction. Okay, I filled already. So I want to buy 10 units of this Nippon fund. Transaction type is buy, number of unit 10. Okay. So I click send, and it says transaction is successful. You can see your transaction from transaction log. Yeah, it's a transaction is successful. Request successful. You have bought 10 units. 100 rupees it has costed you, and you can see it in your holdings now. 10 units have been bought of this scheme. The mutual fund ID is this, and the scheme ID is this, and this is your thing. Now you want to add more. You want to buy 10 more. Okay, so you want to buy 10 more. So you have transacted 10 more. You see your transaction log is updated, Yeah, it's updated. 10 more funds have been bought. Now we go to the holdings page. It shows now you have 20 units. Earlier you had 10 units, and it is 10 20 into 10 200. So this is your route. You can similarly sell also. So you have sold it, it will be updated, and now you have sold one, and you can see here you have sold 10, and 10 will be deducted, this will be there, and the balance will be updated. So this was about the project. You can also change your password. Like this was my old password, this is my new password. You can see here this is the new older password. I'm gonna send a request. Okay, the password is changed. You can again go back, fill in the new password, and log in now. The logged in, you can log out, you can log in. Okay, so this was about my project. Thank you very much.